welcome to my English session. In our first English session, we have completed visitors at Dulyatal part 1. So, from there we are continuing today. Here, Tinku and her father, they are at the bus stop of Dulyatal. They are waiting for their aunts, that is Monimashi and Nutupishi. As it is raining, they are with few extra shawls and umbrellas for their aunts also. And Tinku was very happy. She was eagerly, means excitedly. She is eagerly waiting for the aunts to come because they were very good at telling stories. And that too, Monimashi, she used to tell very enchanting stories. Enchanting means very attractive and pleasing, or we may call us interesting also. So, Tinku enjoyed the company of Monimashi and Nutupishi, and Nutupishi was also a good photographer also. As they were waiting, a bus arrives.
Rain continued to pour down when the half-filled bus from Khotko Dam arrived at the bus stand. Tinku jumped up and down eagerly. She was very fond of both her aunts. Monimashi told her the most enchanting stories when she visited her in Calcutta, and Nutupishi was great fun to be with and quite a good photographer. But they did not seem to be among the passengers. Nutu, Moni, called out Tinku's father in a loud voice. Are you there? Hurry up and get down. The bus will leave in a minute. Two huddled figures, almost buried under cardigans, overcoats, and shawls, crawled out of the bus. What monstrous weather, said Monimashi in a feeble voice. It's freezing, said Nutupishi. Really, Dada, I don't know why you asked us here at this time of the year. It always rains in the hills. You will soon get used to it. Everyone does, said Tinku's father, taking the bags from their hands. Tinku, cried Munimashi, catching sight of her. Why did you come out in this rain? And where's the taxi? Asked Nutupishi, looking around. Tinku burst out laughing. We can't go to our house by taxi. Nutupishi, the path's too narrow. A rickshaw then? Asked Munimashi. I'm afraid you will have to walk, said Tinku's father, laughing at the look on their faces. It's not far. Here, get into these raincoats and take these umbrellas.
As Tinku and her father are waiting at the bus stop, a bus arrives over there. And in the beginning, they could not find any persons getting down from the bus. Then, Tinku's father shouts in a loud voice, Moni, Nutu, get down soon. The bus will leave in a minute. Then they'll see two huddled figures. They can't make out who is that person. So the two persons, they were fully covered with shawls, hats, cardigans, everything, and they were slowly coming out of the bus. Then Monimashi started to complain about the weather. What a monstrous weather, she says. Monstrous here means very bad and unpleasant weather because it is heavily raining over there and even it is very freezing cold. Nutu complains it is very freezing, and they turn to their brother and they say, why did you ask we people to come over here in this time of the year? Then Tinku's father says, no, it's a hill station. All throughout the year it will be like this only. Soon you will be used to it. By saying this one, he takes bags from them, and here Moni Mashi calls her brother as Dada. What is the meaning of Dada then? Dada is another Bangla word for an elder brother. In Kannada we call Annano, like that. In Bengali they'll call Dada. Then Moni Mashi looks at Tinku, who is eagerly waiting for them, and she shouts, Tinku, why you have come out in this bad weather? She asks. And then she asks, where is the taxi to go home? Then Tinku bursts out into a laughter. Means she laughs loudly. No, Moni Mashi, we can't go to our house by a taxi here. Then Nutu Pishi asks, then can we go by a rickshaw then? She asks. Then Tinku says, no, Nutu Pishi, to our house we can't go by taxi also or by rickshaw also. The path is very narrow. We have to go by walk only.
Walk all the way to your house? Cried Nutupishi. And I don't see any road, said Munimashi. There it is, said Tinku, pointing to the narrow track leading down to their house. Munimashi said, I can't go down that path. It's so narrow. And there is such a steep drop on the other side. There is not even railing one can hold on to, said Nutupishi. Don't be frightened, said Tinku's father. Here, hold my hand. And you hold mine, Monimashi, said Tinku. Don't worry, you won't fall down. It seemed like a never-ending journey to Tinku. Both her aunts were so scared of the narrow path that they took ages to cover the short distance. Thank God, we have reached the house, said Munimashi with a shudder as they neared the gate. I'm not going to step out until it's time to leave. I don't think I want to either, stated Nutupishi. There is nothing to see except dripping trees and dark bushes. I don't think we'll get to see the snow range at all. Oh, yes, you will, when it is bright and sunny, said Tinku in a comforting voice. Here we are, said Tinku's father, opening the gate. Her mother was already at the door to welcome them. Soon after they had their tea, Monimashi and Nutupishi dived under the quilts and blankets with a hot water bottle each.
Nutupishi and Monimashi, they were frightened and even afraid to go by walk in that narrow road, that too without any railings to hold. Then Monimashi holds her brother's hand and Nutupishi holds Tinku's hand, and they go slowly towards their house in that narrow path, and they will take a very long time. Tinku says that they took ages, means so much long time to reach the house. Actually here Monimashi and Nutupishi, they have come to the hill station for the first time to enjoy the beauty of the place Dulyatal. But as it is, both Monimashi and Nutupishi were very much scared of the narrow path. They hold the hands of their brother and Tinku, and they walked slowly in the narrow path. As soon as they neared the gate, Monimashi told that it is freezing cold here. It's a very bad weather, and I will not come out of the house till it is time to leave for Kolkata. And even Nutupishi adds to that she will also not come out of the house till it is time to go for Kolkata. And they were complaining about the weather of Dulyatal, and they could not see the snow ranges, beautiful scenery over there because of this bad rain or heavy rain. But Tinku comforts them. No, Monimashi and Nutupishi, when it is bright and sunny, the Dulyatal will look very beautiful, and they can see the mountain ranges and all. While this time they neared the gate of the house, and Tinku's mother was ready to welcome them. They went inside the house. They drank a hot tea. After drinking the tea, they jumped into the bed because they were feeling very much cold. They wore quilts on them, means thick bed sheets. They wore on them. With them, they took hot water bottles also. As it was cold outside, they wanted to be in a comforting situation. No, they took hot water bottles and they went to bed.
But when they opened their eyes the next morning, the whole place was filled with sunlight. The sloping garden was full of colors. The snow range beyond the garden shone golden in the sun. The dark hills in the distance had silver trickles falling down into the green plains below. Oh, how beautiful! Cried Monimashi and Notupishi together. I told you so, said Tinku, joining in the laughter that followed.
But as they opened their eyes in the next morning, there was a surprise for them. The rain has stopped and sun is shining in the sky. Immediately, Nutu, Moni and Tinku comes out of the house to the balcony and they can see the beautiful weather over there. Sun is shining in the sky. They can make out the snow ranges, the beautiful gardens and the greenery. The Dulyatal was looking very beautiful and the small waterfalls falling over there. They are looking like silvery trickles over here and there, and they were very much happy with the scenery by looking at the scenery of Dulyatal, and they started laughing and they started enjoying the beautiful weather of Dulyatal. Thank you, children.